Welcome to J&J Adventures, where two friends turn their curiosity into stories made for you. Now introducing your hosts, Jake and Josh.
Hello, hello! Welcome to J&J Adventures. We're back! Woo! Yeah! All right. Yeah. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, get it out. Woo! Woo! Yeah! All right, we're back.
Come on!
We're just gonna do 30 minutes of that.
Yeah.
30 minutes of that. I think everybody'd be cool with that.
I bet we'd lose a couple listeners.
Well, we're back. 2 weeks ago, we were in Florida. We
Yep.
said we were gonna do a podcast down there. We knew we weren't.
Never works out. We bring the stuff just to make sure that we
I
feel
did
like
bring
we're
it.
gonna do it.
And then you just get to Florida and you're like, I just want to be lazy.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything. I don't want to do
Nobody
any
wants to
work.
do no
So
work.
we didn't do any work, and that's exactly what happened. But we drove down to Florida. One of the dumbest mistakes of our lives.
It wasn't.
It wasn't a mistake because we did find a bottle of something that we're about to try
Yeah.
here on this podcast today. We're going to do it quick because I know some people don't like to listen to the bourbon reviews, blah, blah, blah. But we do have an uncut and unedited video that we're doing from now on.
Yeah. For
So-
all you people that say, I don't know how to download podcasts.
I need to watch the
I don't
video.
have a way to listen.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this audio.
We're not making fun of you. We love you. That's why we're doing this.
I'm going to take this audio. I'm not going to put any of the drops or anything. It's literally going to be what goes into this microphone is tied to the video, and that's it.
Yep.
So you don't get any drops, any of the special stuff, but it can kind of be cool because you're literally just, it feels like you're in the room with us.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
for sure. You're
Like,
just hanging out.
You're just hanging out.
It's
and
You're right
funny,
here. This is your chair.
The funny thing
This
is
your chair.
the two audience chairs that we have here
Yeah.
that are actually nice. So if anybody ever wants to,
They can just join in.
come and join. We do have two
Maybe
nice
we'll
audience
raffle
chairs.
off a seat to
The
the
funny thing
audience.
is, this is like VR. If you think
Yeah.
about it, if you were to watch this in like a VR goggles,
You would be in the room.
yeah,
You could
because
look
it's
around.
literally exactly where your head would be.
Oh, yeah.
In the audience
For
chair.
sure. Yeah.
So
Exactly.
hello.
What's
Hi,
up,
friend.
audience?
Would you? I would offer you some bourbon, but you just quit drinking. So
Yeah. Sorry,
yeah.
man.
So you're not gonna get any. I'm sorry, but today's gonna be a pretty good show.
Yeah.
We're kind of gonna go.
We're not going
Wait,
to have any
what's
drops.
the saying
so
you've been saying?
I'm going to go off the top of my cusp.
Yeah, flying off the cusp.
Off the top of my cusp.
No, that's not the saying.
I think it is.
All right,
I think it
that's
is.
your saying. All right, so we'll get into Florida a little bit. Let's talk about the drive down. So we spent the night over Josh and Brooke's house.
Yeah.
The night before, and I mean, I guess you can say the night before because we woke up at 2:45. Even
Yeah.
though I got literally, which I think that's why the drive down there was so much worse, because I was excited and I just couldn't fall asleep. I maybe got 30 minutes of sleep that
Yeah.
night. So
I I probably fell asleep. Legit, I probably had about an hour to 2 hours worth of sleep.
I mean, literally, it was
I didn't sleep the whole way down, though.
it was pretty bad. Part of the drive down, I felt like my body was numb because I was so tired. And just, dude, when you're driving, you do have to concentrate. Like, it's not just a
I
staying
know.
awake
I
thing.
drive.
I know, but
I know
for
I
a
couldn't
long
drive, but I
period of
drove.
time, it is
Yeah, it can be
taxing.
exhausting.
Yes. So Brooke was very awesome for taking part of
She
the
helped.
drive, and she helped a lot. So I could get a 10-minute cat nap, and then I'm
Yeah.
like, all right, I'm good. Let's go.
You literally just lay down in the back and be like, I'm good if you want to pull over.
Yeah. It was-
But, I mean, it was definitely an experience. Would I do it again voluntarily? No.
no, I wouldn't.
Would I do
Unless we stop somewhere in between.
Unless it was a longer trip.
Yes.
Like, if it was a longer trip and we weren't like, dude, it has to be
Like
something on the way.
like we stop
Like
in
if-
Atlanta or something,
Or,
and we
or
spend
if
the
it was
night.
something to where, hey, this is going to be a 2-day road trip.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's say, I know I always bring up Buffalo Trace, but let's say we're like, hey, it's going to be a 2-day road trip. We're going to stop at point A and B and C and stay at C.
Yeah.
And then that's only half the trip. Then we get up and then we stop at A, B, and C is Florida.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, I think that would be fun.
No, that
but-
would be a lot better.
because
for
the
sure.
worst part was the drive down. All me and Jake wanted to do was find a bottle of something that we wanted.
That we
So-
can't find up here.
So it's like 4:30 in the morning and we're in Kentucky and Jake's like, look for a liquor store. Look and see if
Yeah.
there's any that's open. So they all
and
open.
it's like 5-6 in the morning.
Well, yeah. It
on
was
a
like, No, it was
Saturday.
like 4:35
Yeah.
on a Saturday. And they all open at like weird hours. Like this one county, they opened at 8. But it was too close to us, and then there was ones that if it would have been 8 o'clock, it was 10.
No,
and then
for
there was
some
ones that were
reason,
open at
literally
11.
the further south you go, the later the
later they
liquor
open.
store. So
Yeah.
literally, we were like, oh, sweet, it's 8 o'clock. There might be one open now. And then he's looking around us, and he's like, doesn't open till 10.
Yeah.
And then it'll get 10 o'clock, and then we get close again. He's like, doesn't open till 11 or 12. And I'm like, what the hell? Like,
I love that I sound like a Super Trooper character.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Time doesn't matter. We're too early.
Yep.
But yeah, so it was a cool drive down.
What was the state? Because the first liquor store we stopped at
Tennessee.
was really cool. Was that Tennessee?
It was Tennessee.
That was a really
That's
cool.
where we found.
That was a really nice town.
That's where we found that if you want to get up and grab that Willet bottle. So I did start an infinity bottle.
That thing's kind of full.
Dude, it's almost.
So we did buy this bottle.
So this our 29th episode or 30th? Is this the 30th? No,
well, might as well not have. It's like
I think this is. I think this is the 30th. Don't freaking.
You want to shake them up.
You don't gotta shake it up.
You want to shake it up. Get all those flavors together.
The flavors are together.
Shake them up. Shake them up.
No, so
anyway, that's a cool bottle.
So yeah, if you want to watch the unedited video, it's basically a cool little bottle. But we found that. Granted, I see those kind of
around here.
Really?
I don't see
Maybe
them around
not.
here.
But it's cool. It's a cool bottle. So an infinity bottle, you just take all of the bottles that you have that you like. When you either first open it, you pour it in, or when you're just at the bottom of your bottle, you pour it in as well. So mine's
Jake's way stronger than I am because I've been wanting to start one, but then I get to that bottom of the bottle, I'm like, I think I
well,
just
it helps when you
that.
have others that
sure.
you can drink.
But see, people were making fun of me because I have all those. I don't have a ton of bourbon. I don't have as much as Jake has, but I like to open one at a time.
Ooh, I almost tasted it.
And there's a reason why I only do one at a time, because me personally, I know when I open it, shortly after that's open, it's going to be gone. But I've been really proud of myself. I found out if you keep it sealed, it lasts quite a bit of time.
It does. You haven't opened your Eagle Rare yet.
I haven't opened
I am just now opening the Eagle Rare because I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
So I'm just now opening the Eagle Rare for this show because I've been wanting to try it, and I think this is the best time to try it. And you haven't opened the Buffalo Trace you have yet, have you?
So my Weller's and the one from today is open now. But
how was the one from today?
Pretty good.
Was it
kind of
good?
Spicy, but it's good. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
I like it a lot. And then we stopped just out of pure luck. The girls needed to pee.
No, it was Krista. She woke up.
Needed to
it was
pee.
literally, we stopped maybe an hour before this. Krista wakes up. She's like, I gotta pee. Like out of your sleep.
We
like,
just got through Atlanta.
Yeah.
Just got out of the traffic.
Yes.
And she's like, I gotta pee.
So I was like,
out of a whim.
I was like, oh, I'll stop at one coming up. So then we stop at one.
It is so ghetto.
Yeah.
There's an Ameristop.
Yeah.
And then next to that, there's like a weird store and a Chinese buffet.
I feel like there was a church there too.
I don't know.
There was
you kept saying that, but I didn't think.
There was a ton
But
of
then
different
right
places.
in front, I'm literally saying, there's a Ameristop, the gas pumps that we went to. Right in front of that, there is a BP with more gas pumps. And I look over and it says liquor store.
Yeah.
And I didn't really think much of it, but I was like, hey, let's go to this liquor store. I mean, this place is super ghetto.
Super ghetto.
Super ghetto.
Awesome though.
Awesome.
And the way that they had them, usually when you walk into a liquor store, this is how it is. You walk in and they're separated into different kinds of liquor.
This
right?
one was not.
No,
This one was not.
It was like
This was like a treasure hunt.
It was like bourbon, vodka, bourbon, gin,
cognac,
yeah, scotch.
And then the best part too was like, they weren't even organized by brand.
No.
Or even by the type. Like there was like, oh, Jim Beam right behind Jim Beam, instead of being another bottle of Jim Beam, oh, there was a Wild Turkey.
Yeah.
And then so it was like a treasure hunt because like you didn't know there might be one hidden somewhere. But the Eagle Rare was right there, and then
there were two bottles.
Yeah, that was it.
He got one, I got one, and that was it. It was a little overpriced. It was like $4 or $5 more. Not much. But when we got up to the front, which that's why we're doing. I figured we would do the Eagle Rare because, it's
the Florida thing.
Yeah, it's the Florida thing. It kind of ties everything together with this episode, whatever. But when we got up to the front, there was
first I asked him if he ever had Blanton's.
Yeah, and I saw Weller's 12 year up.
Gosh, you're ruining it.
No.
You're ruining it.
Yeah, okay, go ahead.
You're ruining it.
Go ahead.
I said, did you have any Blanton's? He says, I just sold my last bottle yesterday. I said, how much? He said, $150. Like, what? And then I didn't even see what you were about to say. Then there was a bottle of Weller's 12 year. I about pooped my pants. Yeah, you wanted $140.
That's like a $35 bottle.
No, it's $29.99.
Yeah.
It's not that expensive.
But the fact that that's why Ohio's nice. It's nice.
Except for the guy that I met this morning.
Yeah. Well, that guy doesn't own a liquor store.
True.
But Ohio's nice because
walls.
if anybody doesn't know, Ohio controls everything liquor-wise. Yeah. So they control what
there's like
stores.
a liquor, what do they call it? There's like an actual like
yeah.
a building that controls liquor in the state of Ohio.
Yeah, they control what liquor stores and whatnot can price things. So if you find something, they have to charge you what it's actually worth.
Yeah, they can't be
so
like,
that's why,
this is valuable.
Yeah. So like Bland's, if you buy it, you're going to buy it exactly
for
what
$55.
Exactly what it's supposed to be sold for. So that's the nice thing with it. But that's why we're doing Eagle Rare. We got lucky. We found I bought a bottle of Baker's when we were in Florida just because I had the money.
There's cool little things we run into. Like we had something we would have never tried until then. And down in Florida, I found those little shots for $6.99.
Oh yeah,
the Whistle Pig.
Yeah, the Whistle Pig rye.
That was very good.
It was really good, and those are like $90 bottles usually.
Which is cool. That's why I like. A lot of places make those little shots, but they're hard to find.
They are. A lot of places don't have a lot.
That's the way it should be, because some people like us, like I wanted to really try. I really want to try Booker's.
Yeah.
But I don't want to spend $75 on a bottle of Booker's. But if I could spend $6 on my own little shots and buy a couple of those.
Oh, for sure.
I would do that.
So we're gonna go ahead and get into this taste. I want to kind of keep it a little quick, just because not everybody wants to hear us.
Well, if
taste
you want to talk
bourbon.
about the aroma, we could spend some time.
All right, let's go ahead. Let's get into it real quick.
On the nose.
Let's do it real quick. What do you smell? I don't smell anything.
Smell perfume.
I smell apples. I swear I smell apples. Maybe I'm lying. Maybe I'm lying.
When I open my mouth, I smell alcohol. No, on this one, I don't smell a whole lot.
Okay, well,
There's
let's go ahead and taste.
On the nose.
Let's go ahead and both taste. Huh. I don't get a lot from it. It's very mild.
Just a good old bourbon, man.
It's very mild. I swear I taste apples. It's good. This is good radio too.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Let's give your score. Is this going to be your highest score yet?
Yes.
Okay. What is your score? So for everybody that doesn't know, Josh's highest score right now is Maker's 46.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. It's Maker's 46.
No, it's not. It's Bullet.
Oh yeah, that's right. Bullet was 7.2. Maker's 46 is 7.19.
Yeah.
So what are you going to give this?
I feel like I need more tastings of it, but I like it. It's just
Take another sip then.
It's my favorite. It's just bourbon. It's just bourbon.
Yeah, I would say this is definitely my favorite. Right now, my favorite is Maker's 46. It was a 7.9. This is going to be my favorite. Probably not by much. I've come
7.7.
7.7. All right. I've come to realize that I really enjoy sweeter bourbons, like not extremely sweet, but like have a more sweet profile.
Yeah.
But for this,
it's not sweet at all.
I'm gonna give this a higher score. I'm gonna give this an 8.1.
Ooh.
8.1. So this is now gonna become my favorite.
Why are they so little?
I have to change
Don't worry
them.
about it.
I have to change them. I have to go in and edit them. We paid $38.99 for these, right?
With tax. With tax.
Yeah, well, all of these are with tax.
Ow.
I'm trying to keep the prices too on here so we actually know what we paid for it. All right, well that is our bourbon tasting. We can talk a little bit about Florida, but before we do that, I want to thank a sponsor that isn't really a sponsor, but it's kind of a sponsor.
Might as well be one.
Yeah, Gear Supply Company. It's gonna be launching really soon. I had like $190 to spend there because I did some videos for Gear Supply.
If you don't know what Gear Supply is one of the coolest places in Cincinnati right now.
Yeah.
They'll be opening up soon. Any kind of gear you'll ever need, no matter if you're a teacher, a police officer, or a retail guy like me.
Pens,
watches,
notebooks,
knives,
knives,
leather goods.
Yeah, all kinds of
organizers.
different stuff for anybody on the video. I mean, my wallet went from like this big to like this big, and it's pretty freaking awesome.
We're all in about saving people from hassle. Like you're like he said, he's got a wallet. It bulges. It messes your spine up. Now he can carry a knife, a pen, a cigar cutter, his wallet, all in one nice pocket.
And dude,
and it's not jingling around.
I told Chris the other day.
Nice.
I told Chris the other day. I felt like I literally felt like there was nothing in my pocket. And I forgot that there was something there because it's literally so tiny in my pocket. Yeah. That's how it feels.
You don't even notice it. Yeah.
No, it's awesome. And then
all the time.
I always have a pen with me, which is nice. Yeah. It's just nice because you ever go to a restaurant and you're like, oh, you forgot to give me a pen. Well, I can just pull it out of my pocket and use a nicer pen.
How many
than
times,
the one.
though, before you had that, would you be like, hey, do you have your pen on you?
Oh, dude, all the time.
Even if I don't use it all the time, somebody else is going to need a pen in a
all the
scenario.
time. Hell yeah. I mean, it's pretty great.
So make sure to check out our Facebook page.
The website's going to be up soon.
And you'll see both of us on there. So, check it out. Gear
It's going to be great stuff. Great stuff.
Instagram, gear.sply.company.
There you go. All right, so let's get into Florida. Let's talk a little bit about what happened there. The main thing I want to talk about that was pretty freaking awesome was the booze cruise.
Yeah. Which was my idea.
Kind of.
Oh, come on.
You said we should go on a cruise, and then Krista found it. That specific cruise was not your idea. But going on a cruise was your idea. I'll give you that.
It was my idea.
Going on a cruise, like you just brought it up.
It's not like Krista just said at the same time,
but we had
should look them up.
We had talked about it before going down to Florida.
But all I want to say is there was a point in time in life when we were sitting there and we did not have that on our agenda.
True.
And then I said we should go on a dolphin cruise with alcohol.
But we went on a sunset cruise, and we actually did
it was
see
still a dolphin
we
cruise.
did see dolphins.
It was still a dolphin cruise.
The cool thing about this cruise, it was $26.
Yep.
So that was cool. And then when we got unlimited alcohol. So I was not expecting it to be Budweiser. It was unlimited Budweiser and wine. Yeah. And it was, I don't even remember what.
Why would you complain? It's free.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't free. I mean, we paid for it.
You paid $26 for the experience.
Yeah,
the beer is a plus.
No, I agree. So when I got on, I was just like, I don't feel like drinking beer. I drank plenty of beer on this trip. So when I got up there, I was like, what kind of wine you got? And I think she said, oh, it's free.
Yeah, that's what she said. It's free wine. I asked her too. She said it's free.
So I was like, that's fine. Give me some of that. So I drank like 3 or 4 glasses of that. But it was a good time. When we go back to Florida, we're definitely doing that again.
Yeah.
I mean, it was sweet because it was all you can drink, and then it was beautiful because you're out in the middle of the ocean at sunset.
Oh, yeah.
And then they were like, I was not expecting it was smoke-free. Yeah. I mean, not smoke-free. It was smoke-friendly.
Exactly.
So I was smoking my cigar. I always feel bad when I smoke my cigar because I always feel like I'm on people's nerves, but people knew what they were getting into.
How do you think I feel about vaping, though?
Yeah,
people know what they're getting into.
Yeah, but vaping,
I'll tell you what,
doesn't
cigarette
smell
smoke, though,
yeah.
is different than everything. Cigarettes are different than vaping and cigars.
Yeah.
Cigars and vaping, they linger. Some cigars stink worse than cigarettes, and then vape, it's just everywhere.
Well,
it's just in your face.
So there's a guy in front of us. He was from Iowa, or Illinois. He was from Illinois. Maybe it was. It doesn't matter.
Really nice guy.
Yeah, he was a really nice guy.
Never talked to him.
But you never.
Jake did.
Yeah,
no.
I did. So
really nice
he was
guy,
sitting in front of me, and he was pretty like these seats were pretty close to.
Yeah, the person in front of you.
Yeah, so I was just like, hey man, like if this gets on your nerves, just let me know. I was just smoking. He's like, actually, I really like it. I really like the smell. I wish my body would let me smoke them because I always like the smell of them, but I just can't. But go ahead, I like the smell of them. I was like, all right, cool.
I just wish on cruises
I find
like
that more people like the smell of cigars than the opposite. I feel like more people enjoy the smell of maybe not enjoy, but don't mind the smell because with cigarettes, for instance. People smoke them all the time, so people smell them and have a negative connotation with it.
Where a cigar is more of like a special occasion.
Correct. Yeah.
When
so
people
it's not,
smell a cigar, it might bring them back to a time when Grandpa.
Or like just a special, like a wedding day, or like a bachelor party, graduation, like those kind of things.
It's not like, hey man, you're getting married. I got you a cigarette. Light it up, bro.
Yeah. Like you put cigarette with like Aunt Janine that smokes them and puts them out on your head, menthols to put them out. So that's kind of funny, but I don't know. I'm always like really weird, like I'm bothering people. Yeah. But I need to just be like, who gives a shit? Like ooh, I should block that. No, this is uncut and unedited.
It's raw, 18 and plus.
Yeah.
But anyway, one thing about the cruise too is I wish that they would have, because it says you probably shouldn't bring your kids on it because it's not really a family friendly
and
thing.
That's what bothered me was people
brought been children on it.
Yeah, people brought their own kids.
I understand they want to make sail, and it wasn't like people were cussing and screaming, but it's a booze cruise.
Yeah,
you're there to party
pretty
hard.
Much. It was called a sunset cruise, but it was a booze cruise.
Yeah, it was a booze cruise.
Like that's what it was.
But I tell you what though, next time we go, we're gonna take a little extra money. And we're going to go on one of the cruises because that one that was next to us was way different than the one me and Brooke went on when we first met. But, dude, it's so cool because the one that we went on when we first met, you have this huge buffet before you get on the boat. That one, the buffet was on the boat. Then it was a double decker, so we could have sat inside in the AC
I don't think I'd like
went up
that,
to the
though.
top.
I don't think I would like
to
that.
the top.
I wouldn't like eating like that because if
It's
I'm
a bigger boat.
I know.
dude. You don't feel the
No.
water as much.
I'm not saying. I know it's a bigger boat. I'm saying I like to separate my eating and drinking. If I have a buffet, I'm not gonna drink because I'm gonna want to eat and I'm gonna be stuffed.
I'll do both.
Dude, it's hard.
I'll do
It's
both.
what we really need to talk about is that young kid and his grandma that were pounding beers
Oh my
on
gosh,
the
dude! They were
Dude, it was
3 to my
hilarious.
1. 3 to my
Dude.
1.
And then
I don't know why they were doing it.
No, did you even hear them after the cruise though?
No.
So we ended up walking. Oh, you were in the bathroom. We walked over to one of the bathrooms, and the kid was he wasn't a kid. He was in his 20s.
Your early 20s.
Yeah. So the kid is waiting to go to the bathroom while you're in there.
I was in there. Yeah.
Yeah. And they were talking about going back to the car and waiting for everybody else, and they're like, "No, we shouldn't do that." And the kids it was either I think it was the grandma.
It was a grandma.
The grandma was like, "Well, why don't we just go get a drink somewhere else?" So they ended up at that Mad Beach pub or whatever, and they got drinks there.
That's
But I
awesome.
was like, dude, I wish I had a grandma that would just
Oh,
like,
yeah.
let's go get drunk.
Dude, no exaggeration. And it was funny because she was so old. She was like, "Honey, I'm just gonna sit here, but you're gonna have to keep up with me because I drink a lot." So, dude, like every time I looked up, this kid is walking up, double fist of beers back to her, and dude, they were pounding them.
They were going quick.
And then, like, it amazes me how many oh man, I'm gonna sound totally racist, but there's foreigners everywhere. Like, we went to the zoo the other day, and there's just so many people from out of the country, like speaking complete non-English, and it amazes me. But then the guy that I want to talk about, they were from like Britain or somewhere over there.
Oh yeah.
And
In
this
Florida,
guy
yeah.
had never ever been on a boat before. He had no idea.
I do have a video of it. I got the
He
tail
didn't
end
catch-
of it though.
But at the very beginning,
Yeah, he was
just
like-
grabs him and he just stands there and he's just whoa.
But everybody, once he made it back,
we were
everybody's like,
cheering.
"Ah!"
Oh yeah, come on, you guys!
It was great. No, it was great.
It was fun though.
But so I want to go on more stuff like that. It was really fun at the beach. Like,
That's
the
one of my-
Thursday it was better because there was no one on the beach. We went in the morning. We drank a good amount of beer and we brought some bourbon and
So my mom
stuff.
was like, "Dude, they're just sitting on the beach drinking. Like they're even trying to hide it." It's like, dude, nobody came around. Like,
Dude,
I didn't see no
every
patrols.
single time
The
that we
first
went to
day we went, there was a lot more. But in the morning, nobody was drinking because it was
but
freaking 11 in the morning. It was early. It was like 9.
every single time we've gone to that beach, have we ever seen a police or anybody go by? No, they don't care. They know people are gonna drink.
Yeah.
And people have their cans and stuff out in the open the
Yeah.
entire time. Like it doesn't matter. It's not as long as you're cleaning up after yourself and you're not leaving things behind. It doesn't matter.
But I want to say that's the thing is like, you will never. It's a problem because like you say, "Oh, I want to go do more of this," or "I
Yeah.
want to do this."
Yeah.
The problem is that you're not going to ever see everything.
No, and
even
that's
if
any
you
vacation.
live somewhere.
That's any vacation.
Even if you
yeah.
live somewhere.
Yeah.
We don't even see everything. Dude, Cincinnati has so many cool
Oh, I
things
know.
to
I
see
told you I
and
want to
do.
go to that one place. I can't remember what it's called.
Dude, there's a bazillion places to
there's
go.
a place downtown.
Yeah, you sent us a picture. I have no idea what it's called because it wasn't in the picture. It
It was. I forget what it was called, but
was called Jake
basically-
Wants to Go There. That's what it was
pretty
called.
much. But supposedly, there's like you have to go through this like crack in the wall to get into this place.
So it's just like the video archive,
Kind of.
which we
It's-
haven't been there yet either.
We have not.
Yeah.
we need
We
to,
talk about it all the
Yeah,
time.
we
We
do.
never go.
Hey, man, you want to go? And then they're closed,
Yeah,
like because
that's
you're
usually what
off
happens.
on
Mondays.
bad days.
Yeah.
Not good drinking days.
Yeah.
But that's, I mean, it's cool.
Well, the other thing that we skipped over and on our drive down was the place that you wouldn't shut up about, Woodstock.
Oh yeah, it was really cool.
Great.
Was it not?
It was great.
It was awesome.
It was awesome. I want to go again. I would
Yeah.
actually go down there and stay for a little while.
So Woodstock, Georgia, is basically like this little town in Georgia where,
Called Woodstock.
which basically, I don't think they had that brewery last time we went. Like it was a
It
brand,
seemed very, very,
it was a
very
brand new brewery,
Yeah.
but it was really cool.
Very, very
Good
nice.
beer.
Yeah.
They had
Lots
all
of
these
Belgians.
chairs and stuff like that outside
Yeah.
that you could
Never
sit in
seen
and just.
rocking Adirondack chairs, but they had them. They were cool.
Sure, nobody knows what that word means, but
Adirondack.
yeah,
Okay.
except for a furniture guy.
Yeah. And then they had that stupid little farmer's market that we didn't walk through, but it was cool.
Yeah, but
I
they
mean,
had
it set the
they had a
atmosphere.
whole bunch of other bars and shops
Yeah.
that we didn't even touch.
We bought pops while we were there.
We did.
Stuff
We did.
could've
We
done
did.
in Cincinnati, but we did it there.
I bought the
Mr. Meeseeks.
Batman
is what I
Who
bought.
Laughs. from a new Batman that just came out. And then I also bought Big Boy.
The original Funko Bobble.
Which actually I looked on the bottom. Yeah, it was made in 1998.
It's awesome.
So I just made sure of that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's dope.
All right, cool. Well, let's talk about the movie theater down there. So we ended up going to see Aladdin.
We always have to make one trip to the movie theater.
We do. It's basically like a dining movie theater, which
we
they have
them
those
up here.
We have those around
They're
us.
a little further away. From us.
which is reason why we go when we go to Florida, because it's
right
literally
next
like
door
2
at.
minutes from
Yeah.
Josh's mom's condo, and it's great. Like we got a picture of margaritas.
Yep.
And then
It
you
was
ended up
great.
getting a Long Island after that, didn't you?
Yeah. And it was in a big old fishbowl.
Was the Long Island good?
They were like a 7.
The margarita was pretty good.
Like 6.5.
The margarita was pretty.
It was good.
It's 6.5.
I went down a little bit. It
Yeah.
was probably not that good.
The margarita was pretty good though.
The margaritas are always good.
It
But
was it was expensive though, but
it's worth it.
Yeah.
I mean, the day to go wasn't it like we should have went on Tuesdays or something.
yeah. It's like $5 margaritas.
$5 mark. But
And
I think
usually
the
they're
day
like
we
$12.
went, I think the day we went, it was like
It was a Wednesday or
it was-
something.
But it was
random.
like pitchers and wings, which we weren't hungry and we didn't want beer.
No, yeah, it was something. It was something weird.
Either way, it was fun. I love going there. The seats
Yeah.
are not that comfortable.
They're not. They're not.
They are recliners, but
But
they don't recline.
Aladdin ended up being better than both of us thought.
Yeah, a great movie. I was actually thinking it was going to suck, but
It ended up being better than we thought, and Will Smith ended up being a pretty good genie.
yeah,
So,
very surprising.
Only thing that we both kind of agreed on is Jafar
Sucked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was not a very good Jafar.
Yeah,
He was just some young guy that liked to complain and wasn't a very good.
Wasn't
wasn't a very good sorcerer.
Yeah.
He was a pretty bad sorcerer.
Well, yeah, he just sucked.
Like anytime he literally, I'm pretty sure every time he tried to brainwash someone, they snapped out of it. Except for the dad, the one time. With,
the one time.
Yeah, but every other time he.
I think he only used it twice.
No, he tried using
They
it
did it in
because
the
he tried.
office,
He
and then
tried.
she walked in.
He tried using it against
And then he tried-
Aladdin. Remember when the genie stops him? He's like, "Hey, there's people over there."
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he tries using it then, and then he tries using it on
the dad.
and then Aladdin smashes
Yeah.
the thing. Oh, we're spoilers, by the way. Spoilers. Oops.
Don't listen.
The spoilers count if you say it after you said something. No, it doesn't. It's okay. If you haven't seen Aladdin, well, I'm
I
sorry.
don't think we really ruined anything.
We didn't
for you.
ruin anything.
Everybody dies.
It's a really good. It's a really good movie. They're actually in the Matrix.
Spoiler alert! If you haven't seen the first one,
Yeah.
you probably
Yeah.
won't see the second one.
All right, that was good.
But not only that,
anything else?
I guess that was Florida.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about Spider-Man. You said it was your favorite Spider-Man ever. The
It
newest
was.
Spider-Man.
I mean, it was the greatest Spider-Man that's ever been made.
Spider-Man Far From Home.
Greatest one. I mean, honestly, for me, it goes Far From Home, and then it goes Into the Spider-Verse, and then it goes
Spider-Man 2 with Tobey Maguire.
I hate Tobey Maguire though. I don't like Tobey Maguire.
They are very cheesy.
I would go back to the only reason I like Tobey Maguire ones is because of who Mary Jane is, because she's a beautiful redhead.
Yeah.
But other than that, he sucks.
Well, that's Mary Jane in the comics. She's redhead. But
well, the actress that plays
no, I know.
She
It's
is,
it's Kirsten Dunst. But something I was gonna say, the only thing that I just don't understand about the Marvel Universe and Spider-Man is that coincidentally, every single person that was a main character in Spider-Man Far From Home, every single one of them blipped. So like none of them aged, not one, not Mary Jane, not Peter's best friend, not Peter.
Nobody knows his name. Peter's best friend.
I forget his name. He says
Chubby
it,
Chinese guy.
He says it a lot. I forget it though.
I wish we could watch that right now.
Yeah. Not him, not Aunt Meg blipped, Happy blipped, like every single one of them.
That's a good point. Everybody blipped.
Every single one of the main characters
But
all
you have to
blipped.
understand, it's not like, oh, you're standing next to that person, so you blip and you don't.
No,
I understand. The odds are very slim. And
That's
you know
what I'm
what?
saying.
I think it would have been a better movie if, spoiler alert, they didn't use the Chinese guy as the blip guy, like the new intro character.
Oh, yeah.
I wish they would have made, like, I don't know, anybody, any of the make the friend. Make the awkward friend the blippy, the guy that didn't blip.
Yeah, and
then
went through everything.
went
but then
through
he can't,
everything.
Then unless he's like
He
a
didn't
teacher
go to
or
school.
something. Unless
He
he's
didn't go, that would have been even better.
He's a teacher.
He could have been one of the two.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my, I should write for Marvel.
Even though I just wrote that. But that is all the time we have Thank you, everybody, for listening. Well, we will be back next week.
Yeah, don't worry. We're not going nowhere.
We will be back next week.
The show's not over.
All right, so thank you, everyone.
Come on.
Maybe next week we'll drink some of my infinity bottle. Everyone, please stay sexy.